Today's Japanese slang term is nukumori. Now this is just a combination of nukumori, which means warmth, and quality. So this is the level of nukumori that something has. Generally speaking though, this is not warmth as in the literal sense, but more warmth as in kind of a sense of friendliness or good vibes, like the kind you might get at a party, or the kind you might get after your first performance if it goes well. That said, unsurprisingly, nukumori can be used to just mean the level of warmth that something has. For instance, winter clothing, or a picture like this. There are even ones where it's kind of ambiguous, like these cats here. Is this the friendly warmth, I feel good type, or is it the fact that the cats are making you warm? Maybe both. Either way, quite a useful phrase. Generally speaking, this is used in a positive sense with adjectives that have a plus meaning. You can easily find phrases like nukumori ga takai, or nukumori ga agaru, ga yabai, or sugoi. Generally speaking, negatives are not there. I was able to find a few nukumori ga hikui, but actually I couldn't find a single one that involves sagaru, unlike the agaru we saw earlier. So while the level of nukumori can go up and up and up, generally speaking, people don't talk about, or at least don't like talking about, when it goes down, which is understandable. Now this phrase is far from new. There are uses going back to basically the start of when Twitter had data, and so it's difficult for me to find out when it first arose, but it is particularly associated with a famous 2006 thread on 2chan, where somebody said that they were going to try to keep living if they could get 1,000 replies within an hour. Obviously, kind of a depressing topic, but surprisingly, given some of the online culture that's associated with this website, people jumped to the challenge. And within an hour, there were 1,000 posts. Yeah, some of them were trolling, but a lot of them were encouraging, and within all this, there are archive posts using nukumori to express the positive vibes that were in that thread. So we certainly know then that this term was in use by 2006, and there are some websites that posit that actually comes from 2004. And the reason why is that there was a 2004 advertisement for the Tokyu Group, or Tokyu Railway Corporation, which used the phrase Tokyu quality, and the internet found that to be kind of an amusing combination.
暮らしの中に心からの満足を。それが東急クオリティ。
Under this logic then, nukumori would be a derivative of this phrase. Indeed, while these posts are kind of lost to time, there are a number of people asserting that advertisements spawned a lot of critical parodies as well, with people not being happy with the train service at the time, referring to, for instance, the fact that they had to wait as an example of the actual Tokyu quality. And, for what it's worth, Google Trends does note a spike in the use of quality in Japanese from 2004, which obviously doesn't prove anything, but, it does kind of fit within this story. And indeed, I obviously can't tell if this is coming from quality or nukumori, but this iri suffix is being used in Japanese in other terms as well. I talked about the verb shikoru and the adjective shikoi in this video here, which, refer to finding something erotic in a vulgar sense. And yeah, shikoriti is a word as well. So, all in all then, if you're feeling cold, get yourself some nukumori and be sure to keep warm until the next video. I'll see you then.